Alright, let me reset the tone before we even talk about numbers, because the Cadillac Escalade IQ doesn't make sense if you approach it like a normal car. This thing isn't trying to be efficient, it's not trying to be subtle, and it definitely doesn't care about shrinking itself for the electric age. The Escalade IQ exists to make one point very clear. Cadillac refuses to give up physical presence just because the world went electric. And honestly, that's kind of hilarious. Because when I first saw it, my reaction wasn't, wow, that's futuristic. It was more like, you really did that? Like Cadillac looked at the EV market, saw everyone shaving off inches and softening designs, and said, nah, let's build a rolling penthouse. This thing is enormous, not metaphorically, literally. You don't approach the Escalade IQ, you arrive at it. And that's intentional. Cadillac knows exactly who this is for, people who want the loudest whisper in the room. Now, let's talk about the battery, because this is where the IQ stops pretending to be normal. A 200 kilowatt-hour battery, that's not a typo. That's double what most EVs are working with. Cadillac didn't chase lightweight efficiency here, they chased endurance. Over 450 miles of range in something this big feels almost disrespectful to physics. And yes, before anyone says it, charging this thing is not going to be cheap or quick unless you've got serious infrastructure. But that's the point. Escalade buyers don't plan road trips around charging stops. They plan charging around their lifestyle. And when you frame it that way, the IQ suddenly makes sense. Performance-wise, the numbers sound absurd for something that could comfortably carry an entire family, their luggage, and probably someone else's luggage too. 750 horsepower, 785 pound-feet of torque, and when you hit velocity max mode, this massive slab of luxury lunges forward like it's offended you questioned it. Under 5 seconds to 60 in something this size is ridiculous. Like your brain genuinely needs a moment to catch up with what your body just felt. It doesn't feel sporty, it feels inevitable. Silent force, no drama, no engine noise, just a massive object deciding to relocate itself rapidly. And that silence, that's where the Escalade IQ quietly flexes the hardest. Cadillac leaned into isolation here. You're not meant to feel connected to the road, you're meant to be insulated from it. Speed happens outside your bubble. Inside, it's calm. That's luxury whether enthusiasts like it or not. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is where Cadillac knew exactly what would grab headlines. A 55-inch pillar-to-pillar display stretching across the dashboard. And no, it doesn't feel gimmicky in person. It feels excessive in a way that Escalade owners will absolutely love. The screen isn't screaming for attention, it's just there, dominating your field of view like a private jet cockpit. But here's my honest reaction, and this might surprise you. At first, it's stunning. After a while, it's a lot. Not because it's bad, but because it demands engagement. You're constantly aware that you're inside a very expensive, very digital environment. Some people will love that. Others might miss the warmth of traditional luxury touches that don't glow back at you. That's one of my first real criticisms. Luxury used to mean fewer distractions. The Escalade IQ sometimes feels like it's daring you not to interact with it. Now let's get to one of the coolest and weirdest features, Cadillac Arrival Mode. Four-wheel steering that lets this massive SUV move diagonally into parking spots. The first time you see it happen, you laugh. The second time, you realize how useful it actually is. This thing is huge, and Cadillac knows it. Arrival Mode isn't a gimmick, it's a solution to a self-created problem. But here's where I pause. Do Escalade buyers actually want to think about maneuvering, or do they just want the car to handle it and keep them blissfully unaware? Because the Escalade IQ walks a fine line between empowering the driver and reminding them how massive the vehicle really is. Another thing that doesn't get talked about enough: weight. This thing is heavy. You feel it when changing direction quickly. Physics still exists. Cadillac has done an impressive job hiding the mass, but it hasn't erased it. And that's fine, because pretending otherwise would be dishonest. This is not a driver's SUV. It's a presence-first SUV. And that's where it wins or loses people. If you want engagement, feedback, steering feel, this is not your car. If you want to feel like the road bends around your schedule, it absolutely is. One more thing I'm genuinely curious about long-term: battery longevity and real-world charging behavior. A 200 kilowatt-hour pack is impressive, but it also means real commitment to infrastructure. This isn't a casual plug-in experience. You're buying into a lifestyle where planning, home charging, and power access matter. That won't bother Escalade buyers today, but it will matter 5 or 10 years down the line. So here's my real takeaway, stripped of hype. The Escalade IQ isn't trying to convince EV skeptics. It's not trying to convert enthusiasts. It's here to tell loyal Escalade owners, you don't have to shrink your expectations just because the world went electric. And honestly, that confidence is refreshing. Is it perfect? No. Is it excessive? Absolutely. Does it feel like the most Escalade EV possible? Without question. The Escalade IQ doesn't chase trends, it enforces identity. And that's why people can't stop talking about it. So here's the real question. Would you rather have the quietest, most powerful Escalade ever built? Or does luxury still need an engine sound to feel alive? Let me know what you think.